We're on top. We're on. We're on top. Ladies, we're on top. We're on top. Ladies, we're on top. We're on top. Welcome to the world of Bible, ladies.
Welcome to the show. You are watching Let's Talk right here on Ebru TV, and it is Talk That Talk Thursday. Literally our favorite day of the week because we get to tackle some really deep issues over here. And let me tell you something. There's this video that's been circulating on social media. I saw it over there on TikTok, and it's all about submissiveness. How submissive are you to your partner? Ladies especially, I want to hear from you. How submissive are you to your partner? Do they expect you to be submissive? Are you the submissive, God-fearing wife over there that's just doing everything for her man? Or is it the man that's being submissive towards you? That's what we're going to be talking about a little bit later on. You can already start sending in your messages on our WhatsApp number 0777-672-230, and you can still hit us up on our social media, Ebru TV Kenya, everywhere except for Facebook. But other than that, I'm just happy about my hair. It's your girl, Ayuma Kaguli. Ayuma Kaguli on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
I am so excited about today, and you know the reason why I get so excited about today. Y'all know it is a Burger Thursday, and you buy one, get one free. Tis the day when you can go and gorge yourself in this Nairobi, considering the streets have been hard. I'm telling you, the money has been scarce and far in between. It's been tough. So today is one of those days where you get to just go and splurge because you get everything you want double. Right? Double portion.
Double.
Which is, again, the thing that we're trying to do with today with the stories, because trust me, it is hefty after hefty after hefty. And the stories are so, bigger in a punch, Mbaka, you feel like, and yeah, baby, I should have known this earlier. Where was I? Am I hiding under a rock? Either way, Kathomi on all social media platforms. Cannot wait for you to see what we have in store for you today.
Yes, and I'm so glad that people are getting back to work. Businesses are now blooming and booming, and it's all good. Except today there was too much traffic, but it's all right. So I hope wherever you are comfortable, you are sipping something, and you have your phone with you. So kindly remind all your friends and your neighbors. Piga kelele, wambie show imeanza. Thank you so much for joining us. My name is Lily Asigo at Lily Asigo on Facebook and Instagram.
I feel as if because we're really going to be going in and having some serious opinions about relationships, we should just say one nice thing about our partner. Because we might just be like dogging them out later on. So yeah, one nice thing about your partner. Let's just get it out of the way before they say we never say anything nice about them.
He is caring.
Aww.
Wow.
Yeah. I like
Very
that.
caring.
Yeah.
You?
You go first. You go first.
My partner is my best friend.
Actually, wow, big
Yeah.
names, big accolades for these men in our lives. I have the most genuinely intuitive partner.
Nice.
Speaking of intuition, y'all should have read the lines in between Natalie Tewa's stories, because my God, I cannot believe she has finally come out and said what is happening. This is part of Hot Talks today. So a few stories that are Natalie Tewa trying to talk about herself quitting YouTube. We've got Maureen Waitito yet again, but this time she's clapping back at fans. Millicent Omanga sharing an interesting story about her life through her pictures. And finally, Ms. Masi Masika speaking about something that has really troubled her and her overall image. All this on Hot Talk.
We're on top. We're on top.
Now, Natalie Tewa, she has been, today I even feel like I'm representing her.
I know.
Because she wore one yellow dress and it went viral. She started dragging other people like, what's her name again? The one who was being compared to her.
Okay, wasn't her, it was
Ms.
Edgar Barry.
Katerina.
Yeah.
So on Edgar Barry's stories, it became crazy. But today, or at least during this week, she has come to confess something to us. On one of these questions on Instagram, people normally ask true or false. Let me clarify this or that to you. So this time she had a true or false posted up on her stories, and so people were just asking her questions. Now this is what she had to say about her about her YouTube channel. So one of her fans said, "Hey, you got disinterested in YouTube," and then she said, "I love creating content, but I lost my love for it because honestly, I'm not sure if it's worth the negativity that it comes with." And then another fan asked, or said, you'll be coming back to YouTube. Girl, we miss you. And her response was, got so many of you asking, sending me these. I am creating content too, but my peace is more important. So I got tired of being wrongly judged. And this happens a lot with a lot of celebrities. But Natalie Tewa has been a style icon and a travel and travel and food blogger for such a long time, YouTuber for such a long time, that it feels like you don't know anyone else but Natalie Tewa. So when some of these very big names, when it comes to content creation, they disappear, you really don't know where to look for this particular thing that you always look in or you look at from their particular stories. So that one is very disheartening one. Number two, it's also coming to my attention that, oh my God, she's actually a human being who is on the other side as we are talking about all these Katerina stories, oh mara bag yake ilikuwa kwa jet, oh mara, after we talk about all these things, we forget that these people are actually human beings behind the keyboard, and they do get affected by the things that we tell them. I think I've met her once in a random toilet. And she's honestly, she's really short. And from her pictures, you would think she's like a really tall, curvy person, but she's really short and tiny. And for some reason, my mouth decided to utter these words. Wow, you're actually really, really short. Kathomi, what was wrong with me? Why would I say something like that to someone? Because obviously, if you think about it, it's something that they're probably struggling with,
Yeah.
Every time they meet someone or someone bumps into them and they're like, "Okay, guy, when in fubi." So it's just, we never really think it through when we're going and approaching these people. And I feel like it's important for us to do so. And that's why we will keep losing content creators until the day we learn to tighten our lips, or at least have a better way of putting in stories, I think.
Girl, bye. Me, it's like cry me a river. Let me tell you, she wasn't planning on quitting YouTube when she was there busy fighting with her ex Arnez, and they were there banging on his wall and everything, and the video was all over the place. And all the trauma that she got from that situation, so she continued with her social media. It wasn't so traumatic. People weren't, the horrible things the guys were saying wasn't just too much for her to deal with. No, just wait, she gets caught with her bag in Joho's private airplane. Now it's too much. Now it's too much. Now the comments are too much, you guys. The criticism is too much. I'm still a human being. Please, no. But at the same time, let me post a few pictures over here as I'm here in Dubai. Let me show you a few things over here in this special restaurant that you know is only over here in Dubai. Like, clearly, you just have to choose what you want, all right? If you want to be over there, the significant other of a very prominent person, live your life, girl. Do you have fun? He can have as many wives as he wants to do, 4 wives or something, girlfriends, whatever.
Side chicks, whatever.
It's okay. Just that now decide whether you want to keep it private or not. And it seems like from what we've seen on her social media and how she's kept quiet since December, and so I don't know why, it seems like now she decided she wants to keep it quiet. But I just feel like Mr. Man told her Ebunya Maza, but I think herself, she's really itchy to talk, and that's why she's doing this true or false thing. Because if you didn't want to talk about it, just don't talk about it at all, and we'd never have this discussion. But Mr. Man was just like, hey, you want to continue being in that private jet? Ebu, zip it. Keep quiet. I think that's what happened.
But isn't she rich, from a rich family as well?
There's levels to the richness, my dear.
Do you know what? I can't.
Yeah, like for real, she's upgraded, but we don't have proof that she's dating a prominent person. But lanes have changed, probably, obviously. Lanes have changed. But Mimi, niko kwa keyboard warriors. What is wrong with you people? We are all human beings. If you are somewhere frustrated, you're so stressed, you don't have a life, you're trying to copy your life to Natalie's life, my friend, it's time to change. Because now see what you have done. This girl was making money from YouTube. Now she's quit. Are you happy? Are you happy from wherever you are? Yes, people make money from YouTube.
People make money from YouTube, but
that's
like
not
her bag, the reason why she's not, her bag is still coming, honey. Akisha pala hijab, my friend, we know. You're wearing hijabs on Instagram.
The WhatsApp number is 0777 Go ahead and let us know. Do you think Natalie Tewa is quitting YouTube because of the haters, or is it because of a certain relationship that she has right now? I want to hear from you. Now, Miss Maureen White-Tutu has decided to clap back at her haters because it just seems to be Hater Thursday, okay? Everyone just has haters and everything. Do you have a hater? Let us know about your hater. But she recently posted a picture on her Instagram over there where she was wearing a dress, and the dress was not Chanel. It was Cahenel.
Canel.
I could not pronounce that word. I was like,
what is this? Canel. She was wearing Canel, not Chanel. It was Canel. And then people were just like, hey, what's happening with this fake designer dress of yours? Is it Chanel? Is this Chanel? What's going on? And she decided to respond to that where she said, ati, Bora inanifunika, something like that.
Yeah. Funika.
So basically her clapback is ati, you know what? Don't be, she's not embarrassed about her fake designer dress because at least is going ahead and covering up her body. Girl, you cannot be. And I don't like it. I don't like it at all. Not when you're there trying to sell brands to me and I'm there seeing Chanel on you instead of Chanel and everything. Like it's easy you can wear the knockoff brand without it just saying Chanel. You know, you can have those circles, but it doesn't say anything. I don't know. Here's my rule when it comes to a knockoff and fake designer things. Don't do it. You can have a really cheap regular brands and everything out there, and they don't have to be a knockoff of another designer brand because it just looks tacky to me. And we all saw MC Jesse over there with his fake designer watch. In the end of the day, you look crazy. It's a nice clap back that she said, but for me, I'm just like, okay, and this is the person I'm trying to follow fashion advice from.
Here is the thing. Every celebrity looks drop dead gorgeous when they've been dressed by a stylist. When we end up taking money from our own pockets to go and buy clothes, you will see Chanel, Sushi, all Bufu, you see all sorts of
Fendi,
designer names. And it's hilarious because from the same article, someone also threw Millie Chelby into the story.
Yeah.
Because they said, in fact, even her best friend, Millie Chelby, was wearing the same outfit. And I was dead. I was on the ground. Here is the fact of the matter. If me, Katomi, Ayuma, and Lily Asigo all walked into a shop with bootleg and original products, all of them with the same name, same everything. Minus this is Chanel. Would we genuinely be able to pick out and go, no, this is Christian Dior and this is Chanel? Will you really, really be able to recognize it?
So you're going to be rocking fake
Let me
brands.
finish. Will you really be able to recognize it? We are Kenyans. Another thing, depending on the circles that you run around, most people will not even tell the difference. Honestly, it's very few people who can actually go, this is fake Gucci, this is fake whatever. Because even in the guy, by the way, end up shop yoyote. If you walk in town, you will see Gucci. Okay, like, hey, everybody became a multi-millionaire when I closed and opened my eyes. It's hilarious. But look, the truth of the matter is, it's fine to wear whatever you want to wear. Just be proud of it, own it. And
She owned her Chanel. So,
Yeah.
you know.
Is it Chanel? It's just
Chanel.
I still cannot pronounce it, but it's fine. I agree with Kathomi when she says celebrities look mwah when they're dressed, which is very true. Probably, but I still think, I feel like they were dressed this particular time because they were not keen. If you would have gone to a shop, you would have definitely checked the labels and just confirm. Because I was also dressed a while back, and it was like a pink dress. It was written everything all over. Then, after taking pictures and posting, that's when I'm zooming in. I'm like, woo! It's written F-U-C-K. I don't know what not. Yes.
Yeah.
So probably she was dressed. I don't know. Maybe we should check the post and see if it's tagged somewhere there. I think they were both dressed. And they didn't have the time, or they didn't see the need to check and confirm. Because once you see it, ikipita hivi, vup, you just see Chanel. But you just see Chanel, but and then
she knows the store she got it from.
And then again, how sure are we that this Chanel is not a registered company? Because you see, we can't also go around and looking whether it's a registered company.
You're trying to cover up for people. I refuse it in the name of Chanel.
It's fine.
So, I think as we're speaking about people and bodies and the way they dress their bodies, we have to speak about the nominated senator, Ms. Omanga, Ms. Millicent Omanga. The woman is curvy from head to toe. Like her, I don't even know what the size of her waist is, but her hips,
Child.
you know, I'm just like, oh, when they said hips don't lie, they meant these ones. Because goddamn.
Not some of us.
Some of us are struggling. So she looks so amazing. And then obviously she will always post pictures. And when you have a body like that, even if you wear a dera, tutaona tu,
Sindio.
hata uvae gunia, bado shaona tu. So here's the problem. A fan on one of the same ones, people are asking, ati, tell me, ask me anything. So a fan asked, why do you always show your curvaceous body all the time in public, giving men sleepless nights. First of all, you nasty, sir, you nasty. But her response was, Baraka zingine huwezi feature.
Yep.
I agree with her completely.
Yeah.
Me, I'm telling you, if I had hips like hers, I would be wearing not just booty shorts, I would be wearing non-existent shorts. You know, like you would see everything, every nook and cranny. Kama kuna vein, ungekuwa unajua vein yangu iko wapi kwa hips zangu.
Yeah.
Because God damn, she is banging. Her skin is always looking amazing, glowing. And you know what? It's important for us as women, especially plus-size women, to just like, this is who I am, and I'll look banging.
Yeah.
And even if you have, you know, not all of us have the correct hip fat,
waist.
no. Fat distribution. Because some of them will go down to the waist and the nice back area. Some of us, it goes to the stomach. It's okay. It's your fat, girl. Own it. Own it.
No, I think she definitely looks amazing. She looks beautiful, and I love the fact that as a person in the government and in the Kenyan government, the African government in general, that she's actually showing herself as a woman. Because it seems as if when you're a woman and you're in power, you want to look like a man. You want to try to remove all types of femininity from you, so now it's the men will respect you. And men, why do you like portraying yourself as headless goats that just can't control their sexuality?
Right.
Until you're there, you're confusing us. You're just confusing all the men. We don't have a brain of our own. We just see hips and bum and breasts, and we're just confused and we don't know what to do.
Undress people all the
Sure.
time.
No, man, we have to do better because we don't do the same thing to you guys. Men, you have to do better. You can see a woman who is looking voluptuous and beautiful and not get confused. And if you get confused, that's your own fault. It's not her fault.
Yeah, and if you have it,
Yeah.
yes.
Because you said we don't look. What happened to the trend for grey pants? I'm just asking.
Oh.
Grey pants, that was a trend. Moving on. Lily.
Well, I would say if you have it, flaunt it, mama, flaunt it. If you have cute hips, flaunt them. But then if you have hips more than 50, like 50 centimeters, you can't hide them. Even if you wear a dira, just as Kathomi has said, you cannot hide your figure. Come on, Millicent, flaunt your figure, mama. Hot step, confuse the enemy, as they say, confuse your ex. And now water, you have been lined up. But what's wrong with men?
Yeah.
And also us as women. Do you know when you get a house help?
Oh.
Uh-huh.
Okay,
Who
me, I
is-
don't need your size 50
who
hips
is
all over
the-
my husband. I'm sorry.
Do you know,
I don't
have-
need you there with
I
your
do
hips
have a
there.
friend
Let her finish.
who is curvy, nicely curvy.
Yeah.
Do you know she used to get jobs, and then after like a month or two, she's fired.
Yeah.
Reason being, she's too curvy. Her skirts are tight. My friend, she tries and like anapanoku sides on the sides. It just looks funny and like a mosquito, because now at the waist it's like this, and then since she wants to look decent, imefanya hivi. Now she looks ugly. She looks bad. I'm telling you.
But
And
would
it's the
you have a
women.
plus
It's the
size,
women.
a curvy, not say plus size, I don't want to say that. And would you have a voluptuous, like obviously well-endowed woman, they're bending over, mopping the floor over there in your house?
Acha nikufungulie maji.
Si avae nguo ndefu ni sawa.
Toe maji
But you see,
kamkubwa.
tunasema men. We are saying men are like, they don't even have brains.
Yeah.
But also, we as women, we are so insecure. Ukiona
I think
tude
you know your
mrembo
property.
ako na figure, we are like, hey, this one, no.
She said something interesting.
Yeah.
Maybe you know what you're dealing with.
Yeah, you know this man of mine.
Yeah.
This one.
Yeah.
And these hips. You cannot stay together. Kuna moja lazima itatoka.
Send us your messages 0777 and make sure you use the hashtag Ebru Let's Talk over there on Twitter and let us know your thoughts. We want to keep this whole debate going on about voluptuous women. Would you let a curvy house help or fanyikazi, anybody work in your house and be there in front of your man? Child, I want to know. Now, we have Mercy Masika over here who's been opening up about her whole skin care and her acne that she's been suffering with. She recently spoke about this where she said, when I got to the 3rd floor, meaning when she reached 30 years old, I had serious painful acne. It bothered me so much because not only were the pimples painful, they were ugly. I'd be on TV and people kept on advising, visited so many skincare experts, but the painful pimples didn't go. But I remember every day I'd be speaking healing. So of course, eventually it did it did end up healing and everything, and it's gone down significantly, and her acne is not as bad as it was, but it's still something that she struggles with. I think this is something that like all women struggle with. You know, at some point in your life, you've had, I definitely, like my teenage years, I was acne, and I'm like, thank God. You know what, that's when you're a teenager, it's like the end of the world. But now I'm just like, at least I have the rest of my life to be okay, instead of like having like acne in your adult age. So I can imagine how painful, and how even as, how it can remove your self-esteem as a woman, and you're there in the public space, and you're there on TV, and you have all this acne going on. But I'm glad that she was able to speak about it, and hopefully like it can be a thing that like we can talk about it normally, because it's just a normal thing that we go through.
Yeah, I genuinely think as women we've become so accustomed to hiding the things that bother us, hiding our insecurities, that it becomes such an over, what's the word for it? It just becomes widely exaggerated when something really small is bothering you. I didn't have pimples. I've genuinely never had pimples in my life, just like a tiny one up and there. But then I have freckles. So honestly, I don't notice them, but then you'll notice other people will notice them. And it's usually a woman telling another woman, Ati, why your hips are looking cellulite, nini. Look, honest to God, let's come to a point in 2021 where we're okay with being who we are, and our insecurities, we wear them on our sleeves, because that's who we are.
Hey, the spirit in me, and when I say spirit, I mean the Holy Spirit, tells me that this is an anointed woman, because she said it is God who helped her clear the acne. How? By, it just came into her mind that I have, this is what I have water, I have lemon, and I'm gonna use this. I'm just gonna drink it. She didn't even know why she was drinking it. But she says, this may seem a small thing, but I care about how I look. Like most women, it was a tragedy. But hey, God cares about the smallest things. Well, I prayed and fasted, and I was honestly led to take lemon and water after all the trouble I had been through, after all the money I had spent, and after a month, I had only scars. And healed. The solution was in my kitchen. You see, she's a gospel musician, and she's also a minister. Yeah, kwa sababu we have another gospel artist who was like commanding God to, I don't know, give him money to buy a car.
Or else he's leaving the gospel industry. Let's not get into all of that. You know, let's leave it on a high note. Hallelujah. Praise the Lord. Can the church say amen?
Amen.
Amen. Continue staying right here with us, because it's about that time for Ask the Girls.
We're on top.
Go ahead and slide in the DMs, Ebru Let's Talk _official. I have Wangari watching from Kwandege saying, so do you think love can work for two people who are from different social class? P.S. This is my first time watching the show and I'm loving it. Girl, of course love can work for people who are from a different social class. I think in general all of that always happens, but the stereotype thing is that the man makes more money and he might be of a higher class, and then if you know the woman is of a lower class. But sometimes it does happen where it's the other way. So I don't know if you mean in terms of finances, if you mean in terms of like you know, like affluence, you know, like, you know, someone who's like over there from a really well-known family, and then you're just from a regular family or from a poor background. I don't know what you mean, but it definitely can work.
I genuinely think it's one of those conversations which we need to have again, because we tend to look down on people for not having more than they should, or dating someone who's a little bit more affluent in whatever category, financial, emotional, whatever. But when it comes to money specifically, it's a thing of our parents, our friends, our company, that they keep pushing us into either feeling that you have none of it or feeling that you have a lot of it. So first of all, look around your friends. Maybe you're getting pressure from one of your friends, but ultimately it's fine. You can date whoever you want as long as it's love. Yeah,
it works as long as the relationship or the love is genuine. Because you see, somewhere along the way, tables can turn. You can be the rich one today, and then tomorrow you lose your job, and then you have to depend on your significant other. So I would say it works so long as the love is genuine. So let's be genuine.
Okay, speaking about love and loving people, I love you, you love me, so don't go nowhere because it's break time. And when we come back, we are doing the talk that talk. So I don't even know where you're going because, you know, you have to listen to it.
Welcome back. You're still watching Let's Talk. If you want to binge watch all of your favorite episodes, ones that you've missed out from the past, you can go ahead and check us out on your YouTube channel, Ibri TV Kenya. But right now, we're going to look through some of the messages that you sent us on our WhatsApp number, 0777-672-230. Continue sending in the messages right now because we're going to be getting into another hot topic a little bit later. Over here, Maureen from Gidu, I see you saying, Ayuma, I love your hair. Thank you so much. Ati, ditch them wigs already. I will come for them and dispose of them on your behalf. Oh, okay. So you'll be able to take them from me. It's okay, sawa sawa. Over here, Dorothy watching from Kileleshwa, I see you saying we're all looking lovely. I also see Jessica from Nairobi saying, Natalie Tewa just decided to choose a struggle. And it's clearly the jet struggle. It's paying off much, much better. Peace out.
You know what? I love that people have chosen a lifestyle and the lifestyle has chosen them as well. It agrees with her. Let's just go with that. I see Faith tuned in from Machakos, loving you as well. I see Anjoro from Gatundu not saying, tuning in as usual, here topic is on fire. Sorry, here topic ni fire, no comment at all, just fire. And then I see Linda all the way from LD saying, loving the show, Kamakawa. Ayuma, I love your hair. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Imagine, I did it myself in my own two hands. Just imagine. But
nice.
You know what? Continue sending in those messages and let us know, especially right now, because it's about that time for Talk That Talk.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey.
My husband's night routine. First, I pour a glass of room temperature water in his favorite mug. He likes it at exactly 5 centimeters to perfectly quench his thirst. Next, I prepare his toilet by sitting down on it for 30 minutes so it's nice and warm for his nightly poo. I would hate for it to be chilly on his bum. Then I turn on the shower to exactly 112.6 degrees Fahrenheit. While he showers, he likes me in a stiletto for our evening, so tonight I picked out these black ones to match my outfit. Aesthetic is very important to him. Next, I prep his toothbrush with 3 small dabs of toothpaste with 2 even strips of floss. The next thing I do is spread my body out on his side of the bed exactly 18 times to reach a comfortable warmth. The last thing I'll be doing is tucking him in and giving him his final kiss goodnight before I prepare for his morning routine, which is much more strenuous than his night. Good night.
Let me tell you, after you just watched that video over there and you are a girlfriend or you're a wife, you know, you're about to be kicked out of your home. If you're sitting and you're watching this video with your husband or your boyfriend, because child, there are women out there and men who have put a whole new definition to the word submissive and submission. And today's topic is, how far would you go into submission? All right, how far would you go? Are you as crazy as these ladies to actually put the CG water 5 centimeters, because that's the amount of water that he needs to quench his thirst? Just how crazy will you go? And of course, it might not be as extreme as that video, but we've all gone to various extremes and lengths in order to be submissive, to be the perfect wife or husband to our partner. I see over here Ingrid Sabi from University of Eldoret saying people should be submissive to their partners because it is said, do to me what you want me to do for you. All right, I think now we can just start this conversation with, just in the first place, are you even submissive?
I do not know. I think it's like from person to person. Because like there's some people who just like, woo! Naturally, my natural instinct is like, no.
Yeah.
As in anything you tell me, I'll just like, no.
Yeah.
No, why should I do that?
Yeah.
Then I have a very loud feminist within. But I have gone through a crazy experience. I just remembered it, so I'm just going to tell you. I met this guy. So we're doing grooming and everything, and it's shaving time, right? So there's like a shave over there. Me, I'm like, okay, I'll see ya. I'll see I'm out, because why am I staying in the bathroom as you groom yourself?
Right.
And they're like, but where are you going? You should come and trim so that you know your your preferred lengths. I was like, Lord have mercy. That one threw me off. I didn't even know how to
So you did
react.
the trimming for him?
I mean, I did. But like, that's the story for another day.
I am submissive until unikose. everything changes.
Right.
Because I'm doing this stuff that you like and that you want because I love you and I really feel you and I want to make you happy and make us happy. So if you do something negative, my friend, naanzanga kupunguka hivi moja moja,
Yeah.
moja moja until I eventually stop. And when I stop, just know hakuna kurudi nyuma.
Let me tell you, when it comes, like, I think I was spoiled in past relationships because me and submissive, completely different. It wasn't even in my vocabulary because I was used to dating guys that were just obsessed with me. Because, like, in general, for me, my type is whoever loves me. That's my type. And, like, of course, like, yeah, like, of course you have standards and everything. They have to be cute, they have to be whatever. But I am never going to be that girl who's there wondering, will he call me? Of course he's calling me, duh. What do you mean? Of course he's sending me messages. Of course he wants to hang out with me. So every person that I was dating was just obsessed with me. So Yuma wasn't lifting a finger. What do I have to clean for you when he's there so happy that I'm even just in his house? When he's so happy that I'm gonna have dinner with him, so he's doing the cooking. Let me tell you, this current relationship right now has shocked the heck out of me. Not that he's not obsessed with me, because he is obsessed with me, but he's obsessed with me in a different way where I'm just like, oh, so this is what women do. Oh, so you clean for your partner. Wow, so you wash dishes. But my nails, whoa, that's what you're supposed to do. Okay, okay. So you're supposed to, as in, like, I feel as if there was a submissive woman lying deep, deep, deep down
Exactly.
inside that's
Like,
now been
until
brought to
you
the light.
meet the person, and because with different people you'll be a different version of submissive, if at all. With some people you're just like, what? Sorry? If there's a person who's obsessed with you, you're clearly always calling the shot.
Yeah.
But if it's someone now who you're obsessed with, or at least you're really into and you're not trying to lose them, child, you will do everything. Hey, cooking, cleaning, ordering for food, you do everything. Hey.
Yeah, for me, you have to treat me right, and
Yeah.
it just comes automatically. You won't even have to tell me that I need my glass half full or I need my bed this warm. I'll just do it for you. I'll figure out what you like, and I will do it for you.
I'm seeing over here, there's this article on, like, traits of a submissive wife. So we're gonna go through that, and you can tell me whether you have these traits and characteristics, you need to make some adjustments. And it starts with the first one, waking up. A submissive wife wakes up before her husband to make sure that the house is in order, all right? You're supposed to already be awake before him, made his breakfast, ironed his clothes, got him ready for work, and then you take care of yourself. So him first, and then you take care of yourself. I hear laughter over here. Huh?
I'm just saying, some of these things are ludicrous. You just think about it. Honestly, I've already told you that I wake up at 9 and the man will be up at 4:45. Why the hell, in my full mind, would I wake up at 4:45 to now prepare coffee for him because he's tired? Some of these ones, they have levels. I just have levels. I can't. Let me not.
Well, some days I do that, and some days I just sleep and wait, because I have a house help. I mean, we get these people to help us out, okay? So for me, sometimes I wake up early when I'm in good moods and maybe nimepewa present, you know? So I'll wake up early and make breakfast, nini, I put there, ile siku nakosewa hivi, my dear. I even tell you, food iko kwa microwave. So you know how to warm it? Kindly be my guest.
Yeah.
You go and warm it for yourself. But 9 out of 10, I think I wake up and get everything ready because I have a house help.
No wonder you're a wife.
I don't want to
No wonder
That's
you're
why over here
a
still on
wife.
girlfriend
That's why
status
you're on
and
girlfriend.
sleeping. You have to continue sleeping. See how you'll still be a girlfriend, though. So, like, for me, I can't do. I wake up early, but, like, in general, we wake up around the same time. But I'm not there cooking breakfast. When it comes to, like, breakfast, no.
It's a tricky
Breakfast is that I'm like, there's your Weetabix, there's cereal. You can boil an egg, you can fry an egg, mix some toast and tea. That one, babe, you got it yourself. But lunch and dinner, I do that. I actually take time out to be like, okay, I'm gonna make lunch ahead of time because he eats lunch at 12, so I have to start, like, prepping by 11, and, like, you just see, like your whole day is already gone. But I'm just there, like, yes, cutting the onions, doing this for my man, yes, brush my material over here.
And now it becomes even more complicated when you have complicated men. Because don't forget, like yours, you see, now that's a complication. Let's
Yeah.
do lunch by 12, which
Yeah.
means you have to start doing as you 10. There are others now, they don't eat garlic, so they don't eat roiko.
Yeah.
So you're
Yeah.
like, bruh, you know what? I feel like you know what you like, so just
So
do
come
it.
and do it.
Yeah. There's another one over here, another characteristic. A submissive wife makes sure that everything's under control in her household. The whole entire household. I hear laughter still. Is your house dirty? Is your man the one over there trying to pick up his socks from I don't know where to put them into the dirty hamper? Is his underwear dirty over there? Are you washing his underwear? Girl, I have seen stories of women out there with their hands washing their men's underwear, and that one, me, I can't. But I can clean up the house. I can clean up the house.
I'm laughing at myself because these are exact words that keep being uttered to me. Woman, do you think every space in this house is storage space? Maybe because I will leave my makeup in the bathtub. Like, you know, when you get into the bathroom, and there's so much of it, so you lay it all down in the bathtub. Then kidogo, there's a seat somewhere. I put my bag because I'm tired. I'm like, I'll pick it up on the way to the room. But you leave your bag, your sweaters. So even now, there's a specific pattern. As I get into the house, I drop my things. And as I'm coming to work, I pick them up
Wow.
from where I left them. And it is so bad. because it's just so bad. Because the other person is so neat and clean. So I feel bad for him. But that's as much as I can do, just feeling bad.
You can't help it.
You can't help it. How about you?
Well, for me, I keep the house clean and neat. My husband is a neat freak also. So when he comes home, he wants to come home to a clean house. And I understand. If you've had a long day at work and you're working so hard to provide for your family and whatnot, when you come back home, you want to come back home to a clean house and to a happy wife. So if you understand what your partner wants and what they need, it becomes easy.
I'll be happy.
And I'm still insisting, if there's love in that house,
Yes.
utashindwa, you will do everything and anything.
I like how you brought that up because literally, like, there's times where you hear these stories and you're like, it could never be
never.
me.
Yeah.
I cannot do that. But then you're so in love and so invested in your partner, and you literally find joy in making him
Yes.
happy.
Yeah.
You
It
know what I
happens
mean?
automatically.
Exactly. So, like, what are some of the craziest, most submissive things you've done for your partner, and you're just happy with it because you're in a happy relationship?
Child, it's become, I know I sound like I'm left field completely, but listen, every day before I come to work, I make sure that that man is fed. And I sit down with him
Bare minimum.
and eat lunch with him. Because surely, like, and that's another problem. Me, I don't like it. Because sometimes, man, you're ready, you know you're cooking lunch at 1, and then you're told, I have meetings up until like 2:30. So now it means I can't leave until we've eaten, which means we're eating at 3:30. I'm coming to work at what time? At 4.
Yeah.
It's not a bad thing. It's just a little crazy because honestly. So it's become,
So that's your most craziest thing you've done.
and nowadays, I offer myself up. You know the way it's hard to wash your back?
No.
Migumu. Me, I never get to every part. So I become very helpful. That's my duty. When we're taking a shower, me, I'm washing his back. I'm a good girl like that.
Wow.
Well,
There
for
we
me,
go.
I have knelt down for my husband while serving him food,
Ugandan style.
the Ugandan style. Yeah, I did that.
What prompted
Not
you?
once, not twice. My dear, I was very much in love, and I just wanted to like make this person happy and just take care of him. So I used to ask him, do you want this? Or can I do it this way? And
Hey,
it's in
options.
all aspects. Huh? This program is rated what?
Until you meet the one. You know, now that's the problem. It's nice when you ask them and they tell you. You meet the ones where you do what you want to do, girl. Like, anything is fine. Anything. What does that mean? Anything is fine. Tell me, would you like me to cut your food into 1 centimeter cubed or 2? It's like, either one is fine. What does that mean?
I don't
Somebody
know,
tell me.
man. I don't know. I'm seeing like what's the craziest how far you can go into being submissive, and when
What's yours, by the way?
Yes.
Yeah, like
Yes.
I think this is basically like I'm being the most submissive I've ever been in my life. You know, I wake up and I iron clothes. why am I ironing another man's clothes? Ayuma is ironing clothes. Ayuma is cooking. Ayuma is cleaning, like seriously cleaning. Like literally it's reached a point where he opens a bag of crisps, there's crumbs, and I'm the one over there like like wiping off every little single thing that he's there, wiping crumbs and everything. But I think like the most, you realize how submissive you are when their partner is sick and what you're willing to do for them, you know? So like there was this time, like when you think about it, it's like, ew, gross. Like he had this like foot thing that was going on in child. It was disgusting. But I was there being Dr. Hat, putting on the medication, going through all of that stuff, you know, opening wounds and pouring it in and doing all of that. But like I couldn't imagine myself doing that for somebody else. And I asked the same question on my social media. And even a girl talked about how like there was a time where her partner was going through a hard time and he was sick, and that would cause him to urinate on his underwear a lot. And like she was just like, yeah, she was washing his underwear, she was cleaning for him and like, you know, washing him and everything because he was sick like that.
That's
Now I was just like,
nice,
that's nice, but I'm just like, I was just the same one who was
gross,
just saying
but
I
it's
could
so
never,
nice.
but at the same time, it's really like you would do that for
and you
your
see,
partner.
we've talked about being submissive in private. What of in public? Like for me, when we go out for lunch in at a restaurant or at a function, I never allow another woman to wash my husband's hands. I'm just like that. I'll just take the water from you and the jug. I say, oh, thank you, give me. Then I wash his hands and then
Hey, Aki, no wonder she's a wife.
Yeah.
Like,
I
what else do
know.
we say?
I would just be sitting there over there, even
I mean,
I'm waiting for the thing to come to me.
You're also stretching, waiting for your hands to be washed.
yeah.
Wait, so you don't
If there's a sink, we just go and wash our hands. We go together and wash
So
our
why
hands.
don't you let somebody else do the washing for you?
Because I don't want to. This is my man.
You take care of your man.
take care of my
Oh,
man.
through and through.
Yeah.
That's how you become a wife, ladies and gentlemen.
Me, I
And a
think
partner.
the submissive way I am in public is biting my tongue. When you snap at me and you say certain things, and I feel like, and I'm saying, it's okay, honey. You know, it's so you don't cause a public argument and a public disagreement and all of that, because that's the only way I can be submissive in public. Because in general, I don't like to have obvious fights and arguments out in public, and my mouth is slick and I'll be so quick to say something. So like literally I think he takes advantage of the fact like we're out, let me act crazy, because like, you might just gonna be like,
I genuinely feel like, okay, so you can tell I'm a very high energy person, and I do this around my friends a lot. So I try and become just like God, if you see me with that man in public, you will think I am an angel. Because I'm so, any decorum. I've heard of decorum. You're walking small steps. If it's the car, he's opening the car, you're getting into the car very diligently. It's just very, I'm a very pimp, pump, and, you know, just very, well, what's the word?
I don't know.
I look very put together. That's
Yes.
the one. I look very put together whenever I'm around him in public. I
Yeah.
try not to embarrass him.
Yeah, I'm seeing over here Mitchell from Nairobi saying, is submission the same for the men? Can they do the same? And no, I think yes, but in different ways. You know what I mean? I wouldn't expect my man, and nor would he, start cooking and clean. Okay, cooking, yes, but like I don't expect him to be there scrubbing the toilet and like, you know, mopping the floors and everything. That one is just like, that's never gonna happen. You'll be lucky even if he sweeps. You know what I mean? Like, but I think you should be 50-50. You shouldn't feel as if you're the only one that's doing all the work and everything, and you're the only one that's putting in so much into being submissive, and him is just treating you like trash. So maybe he brings home the bacon and you fry the bacon, okay? You know, he provides the stuff for you to be able to take care of. He is respectful towards you, you know, that type of thing.
Or just communicate and ask them how much submission they demand or they require from you. Because for some people, for example, I'll give you an example of my house.
No, for the men.
Yeah, I'm giving an example of my house. So it's morning, the dishes were left in the sink at night maybe, yeah? So he will wake up and do the dishes. I don't ask him, I don't tell him, and even when I tell him beforehand, leave the dishes in the sink, I will clean them in the morning. He just does it. Why? Because there's dirty dishes, I'm just gonna clean them, you know? So I think it's just a conversation, because at first it used to throw me off. Like I'd feel a little insignificant whenever I wouldn't do all these things that I'm supposed to do as a woman. But once I realized that he's the kind of guy who's okay with doing his own, like, carrying his own weight, you just like, yeah, you're like, dude, do we need to talk? We talked about it, and then I came to understand why it's and where it's coming from, as opposed to just making assumptions. You're like, okay,
Yeah,
okay,
useless.
just talk
Yeah,
about
yeah.
it.
Yeah, and
Talk
submission is
about
not
it.
submission is not forced. You literally have to be willing to do it. For instance, like when I get sick or I've just given birth, my hubby takes over. Like he cooks, but when he cooks rice, like half of it is black. But at least he's tried. And he makes tea, he serves me. To date, even when I'm unwell, he normally comes and asks me, will you have tea?
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, I'll have tea. Then he serves me tea and aniletea. And oh my God, it feels amazing. So when I get better, I just do it for him. Because
Yeah.
it's such a lovely thing. Even when, like, I normally exchange house girls as much as I make my nails. But when we don't have a house help, he also sweeps. He sweeps the sitting room. He makes everything neat. He cooks breakfast. Then I do everything else.
Yeah.
So submission is not forced. That's my point.
I like that.
Yeah.
And all of this is all about communication, and compromise. Because sometimes you do stuff that you don't like to do, but you've had that conversation. You're just like, you know what? Even though I hate ironing or I hate washing dishes, I can do that if you do this and this for me, you know? Over here, I can see Samantha, and she's saying, you ladies look so beautiful. Thank you, girl. And see, I was very submissive to my man to the extent that even my friends complain, but he's still to complain and say he still cheated. These days, I just do whatever makes me happy.
I feel like that's the problem. You were doing it because it felt like it was a necessity, as opposed to you felt okay doing it. Because when it feels natural for you, like you're okay doing it, then you don't feel or regret it later on, you know. Because it felt natural for you to clean, to cook, whatever. You don't feel bad. You don't have any, and like, I was cooking for him.
But we are human. You also have to understand that we are human.
Yeah.
I cannot be doing these nice things to you from January to December, and then you just decide somewhere along the way, utani. No, it doesn't work like that. So we've had an interesting conversation. Please, our subline is 0777 672 right? 230. I said I have to say it today. I did it. So we're gonna have a break. Not a break. We're actually gonna have play a game, which is called Feel the Drawing. So stay tuned.
Ladies, we're on top. Hey, we're on top. Hey.
So we're playing a game called Feel the Drawing. We're just testing the team spirit. So Kathomi, Ayuma, and I are gonna stand right here.
Yes.
And then whatever Kathomi is gonna write, she's gonna write on this piece of paper.
No, on your back, yes.
Yeah. Let me take the pieces of paper. So Kathomi will write on this piece of paper, and then, but it will be on my back, and then I do the same to Ayuma, and then Ayuma will draw whatever I would have drawn on her back. She'll draw it on the whiteboard.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, let's go.
Kathomi, I don't trust your drawing skills for some reason. I'm just saying. Wait, slowly, girl.
Okay, let me do it again.
You're starting over?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, start now. Start.
Also, it's not a drawing, it's a word, guys.
Okay.
You want me to go again?
No, continue.
All right, let's go to the next one.
No, let's end there. What was it?
It was cup.
A teacup.
Yeah.
You're supposed to draw a cup,
Oh, I'm
girl.
supposed to
Yeah, okay, draw. Okay, draw.
Let me draw. But let me draw the next thing.
Okay.
Okay, ready?
That's like a D.
Close.
No.
It was the letter B.
Let me see. BB, what did you draw? A cup.
I don't even
Look
know
at
what
what
it
I drew.
is.
Oh, this one is easy though.
All right,
Okay,
last one,
last
last
one.
one.
This one is very easy.
Okay. Is it a drawing or a word?
It's a drawing.
Wait.
Okay, start over.
And start over.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Are you done?
Yeah, are you?
It's a love heart, guys.
That's your love heart.
Guys,
no.
Look at mine.
Then look at mine.
You should have gone
Oh.
and then wait, and then
Okay.
and then wait.
Then we can
Okay.
do one last one. Maybe
All
this
right.
will help. The
Okay.
last one.
Okay, last one.
Actually, this one, it's so easy, surely. Okay,
Do
we
small
start together.
movements.
Press hard
Small
on my
movements.
I press harder.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, girl. Okay, there was a hole somewhere. Let me just draw it again.
Okay.
So it's
An 8.
you figured it. You figured.
Akib, what is this?
You know what? It's okay. We give up. I was drawing 10
I drew number 2.
shillings. I wrote a circle.
Look at mine.
What is this? I can't.
You know what? I think the moral of the story is we don't trust Katami.
Oh.
Katami. Okay.
Is it Kathomi or is it me? I don't know.
I think we're not in sync, as much sync that we're supposed
Yeah.
to.
really should.
Yeah, we need to be in more sync.
Yeah.
Continue sending it in your messages. 0777-672-230 is the WhatsApp number. But the last one over here, as we're wrapping up this whole entire topic of being a submissive wife and how to be submissive in your relationship, here's one which I'm not sure I like, okay? It says a submissive woman cries instead of yells. So basically, I think you're supposed to be more woye, more quiet, more gentle. You don't go like, so I told you, and and what you just feel like, okay, babe, so me
Is it wrong that that's the only one I actually do?
Are you serious?
I honestly, I don't know why, but that's the only one I do. Because I'm so emotional, you guys. Like, when I start telling you something,
Yeah.
and then you're looking at me so sternly, I'm just like, but I'm trying to tell you that.
Girl.
And then you cry.
Me, I do both.
Get
I
out of
cry
my
and I shout.
Yeah.
I will do both.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I used to be that girl who would cause tears just so that you can end the conversation and you can stop being mad at me and stop yelling. And then now my man now looks at me like, continue, so you can talk through your
he's
tears.
Zoed
You
now.
know, yeah, he's also like, continue, tell me what you're
I used to cry. I used to cry, but it's because I was too soft. Then when I hardened,
Yeah.
we have to talk. We just have a nice conversation instead of me going to the bedroom and crying. Because I remember when we moved in with my husband.
Yeah.
I was making, every time I made, what is it called? Eggs. He would literally open all the windows and the door. She's like, unaungusha, nyinizita nuka moshi, like nguo za nuka moshi. I was like, guy, what did I do? I used to run to the bedroom and just cry myself to sleep. I was like, guy, sasa hii ni nini? Then I understood, by the way, it's true. Nilikuwa naangusha na kulikuwa natokea na nini. So
I've seen one
anyway.
that made me laugh on 0777-672-230. I once cooked twice for my man because he wanted to eat something different.
Girl, and I see Ken from Daima saying, I think nowadays there's single family because of, ooh, I can't do this. If you can't do the things for your husband, he will find it somewhere else. And Sultan Danito says, girls, let's not argue. Girls were created to be under boys, period. Take it from others. Let me say goodbye now before I start a fight. Sultan, I hope you're a real Sultan. But let me just keep quiet. Thank you so much for being here with us this whole entire show. It has been such an amazing conversation. And at the end of the day, do what makes you happy. Whether you're submissive, whether you're dominant, whatever it is that you are, do what makes you happy and communicate. It's your girl, Ayuma Kaguli on Instagram, Facebook, Twitter.
I love what Ruiz said. In summary, he says he lets his girl do whatever because he loves her and they understand each other. That is the way to go. If you love your partner, understand them, and you understand that they want something specific done for them, then you will do that thing for them without necessarily, ooh. Anyway, love and light from me to you. Katomi on all social media platforms.
And being submissive won't keep a man. Your personality will.
Ooh.
My name is Lily Asigo at Lily Asigo on Facebook and Instagram.
See you tomorrow.
Bye.